and I don't really like large crowds of people staring at me anyway, so that was a little nerve-wracking, because the church was packed. It was absolutely packed. And that year we had a small group, so I was the only catechumen. So during every rite all year, it was, do you April, instead of like, do you catechumens, and so there was me, and then there was two other people who were not catechumens. But it was super overwhelming in that sense, because I had everybody really focused on me. And then, of course, we had the priest giving the Eucharist, and the deacon had the chalice, and I was so used to going the other direction that I went the other direction, and I was like, later I was like, oh no, I promised I wasn't, avoiding you. I went to the other minister, and so it took me a while, I think, to adjust to being Catholic, because it was such a transformative event that was so different than anything I had ever experienced. But every single time I go to Mass, there's this part inside of me that says, yay, I'm Catholic.
Do you say that when you have to go to confession?
A confession, maybe after. Confession has been a huge grace for me. I was scared to death of that the first time, too, because it was completely different. I didn't know how to do it or what to say exactly. I mean, I told the priest, hey, I've never done this before. You got to help me. But I feel so at peace every time that I go. Every single time, I just have this amazing, wonderful feeling of peace and joy and love, and it's the most amazing thing that I can't even put it into words, really.
When you think about the scriptures that say that when the big day comes and we stand before God, we'll be held accountable for our lives. Mm-hmm. The scriptures say that all over the place. From a Catholic perspective, one of the beauties is that there's so much of it has been wiped clean all along. Mm-hmm. It's been wiped clean. It's been forgiven. We know that. As a Protestant, I would say, well, I just point to Jesus and his righteousness covers me. Mm-hmm. So God doesn't see my sins. Well, that's my particular brand of. But the beauty of the confessional is a gift that our Lord gave the apostles in John 20, mm-hmm. which was one of the greatest things, sadly, that so much of Christianity is set aside. We have an